Okay, first things first, I want you to understand that all women will have a rude awakening of how they are having issues. The rude awakening and that reality check doesn't mean that she's necessarily gonna change, or doesn't mean that she's gonna become a wife one day or get the man, get the ways of what she wants. Not to say some women don't get away with this, but my point is that most times when a woman is finding that she stays the same way, or she has tendencies that needs to be changed, that it's not going to carry her out through life with the type of guy or guys that she wants. And remember, what backs this up is there is roster lists that women have. You think having a roster list and many options, what else happens? Like, there's a roster list, there's many options, there's like the monkey branching, rebounding, like all of that can be cool. All of that can be for seasons and temporary times, convenient for this time, can be a phase, cool. But the problem with this is that eventually it gets tiring. And y'all got to understand, it's actually way more tiring for a woman than a man, because this whole idea of trying to live like some men that can have multiple women and it doesn't affect them, they can move on from one woman or have a list and it's not affecting his emotions. A woman is not built like that. And women get this feeling after realizing what she might have thought that she signed up for that was beneficial or signed up for life is not something that she wants to be in contract with. Having these options, having all this guy, when she wants one guy to treat her exactly right and get all that attention from and love from and be loved the way that she wants to be loved by that specific guy, let's put some emphasis on specific guy, is not what the case is going to be. The reason why I also say specific guys, because you have to understand, she might give you a hard time. I don't know what type of guy you are to her, which I might as well just go into a question right now. What type of guy are you to her? What type of guy are you with women? What type of guy do you believe that she is? Comment it down below. For one, I know it's going to help other fellas, but for real, you got to know yourself. And hopefully it's on the good side, or hopefully you're developing certain things that could help you. Now, the type of guy that she does actually want, you might think that, man, I might not be her type because she doesn't act right. But sometimes it's about, with you, she can get away with certain stuff. With the next guy, she can't. Then if it's the next guy that she wants, that next guy makes her change her ways, right? And then if it's back to you because she's realizing it's best with you, you might just find yourself, no. And then that's where, that comes in, where it's like, okay, the game is not easy. It's not fun. So sometimes women find themselves going back and forth, or signing up for something, like I said, that they don't really want to be signed up for anymore. I think I spit bars sometimes. I like my lines. But anyways, I hope you guys are following, and obviously I want y'all to always be getting help. So always remember that you can tell me what types of videos, request them. It helps me bring what y'all want to see, and I always want to do that. And then of course, per usual, if you want to book a consultation to understand what's going on with you and just to go from there, I've helped out many fellas over the years. It could be you can get started, and it's all about anything. It's about anything in any area. So don't think that it has to be specifically to dating. I have people that I do accountability partners with. I do people for like weekly basis checkups for their progress in different areas, and then dating. And they've dated different women. They came back after a year. So it's up to you. You know what you got to do. The link is down below. And there's always other options besides consultation. One other last important thing, y'all, I dropped so much on Patreon because I had a period of like 2 weeks or so where I wasn't posting, not posting much, at least I know that. And that was because I was really sick. Now I feel amazing and great. So I have dropped so much, but it's because I have to drop it all because I want to make sure that people get their content for February, as I said. And so you can go catch up and watch for free. A lot of these videos on there are for free. If you go ahead and sign up, you can go ahead and become a member with a community that is there that you can join, talk to other fellas, talk to me, and go from there. So definitely click the link down below, and there is 2 Patreons, so pick which one you want to be a part of. Now back to what I was saying, when it comes to a lot of women and thinking what they signed up for is really what they signed up for. Now, I don't want this one to go over anybody's head. So think about, like, if a woman's saying that, like, you gotta treat me like this. I only want princess treatment. Some might say I'm a queen. I'm looking for my king. Some might say that I need a guy that can deal with me the way I am. There's so many lines. If y'all want me to do straight lines for like 8 minutes, I can do that. But So many times when this happens, it's a mentality that she has that's just waiting for maybe good moments, maybe different experiences that keeps her feeling like, oh, I'm validated, I'm okay, I'm straight, I'm good, I don't need room for improvements, etc. Especially in the dating area, right? She might be like put together, she might be in her femininity, but there's still always, for every single person, areas to work on. And not only that, when you start dating another person, especially when you're loving on them and you need them to love on you, they need certain stuff and you aren't always going to be ready. And if you are, things change over time. Now, to my point though, she could have these different experiences, different moments of feeling good, whatnot, whatever it is, but that rock, like, think about, like, it's all like rocks and it's just all tiny and stuff, but that huge rock that can't be moved, there's gonna be that man that either hurts her really bad, makes her feel away, gives her the reality check, or it's gonna be that man, let's put into the idea of like, he just does not care. And this is why when I do these videos, I always want y'all to understand it could be a lot easier than how it's so complicated in the dating game. When I say things such as, you gotta be putting in work, working on yourself, and that's gonna be even your own foundation in life, that's what it makes everything else easy. It's like the guys that like have these success and can get women, and I'm not talking about success just in finance and just whatever you generally think of when you think of success, and success can be very subjective, but what I'm just trying to say is that guys that are working, because you got to be evolving, so guys that are working on themselves to be a well-rounded guy, which a lot of women are not well-rounded, they just can get men because it's a lot easier. Men go for looks, she just got to look the part, put herself a little bit put together, and some guys just go for a woman that got something between our legs that we know that we often know that is there. You get what I'm saying? And that's why Patreon is there, because Patreon, I get to say the words, be honest, be raw, go into explicit details, and get to tell you what really goes on in the bedroom, of what women love, how you should be giving it to her, what you shouldn't be doing, all that good stuff. You'll see when you click that link. There's a lot of videos. But anyways, now let's switch it back to when you're working on yourself as a man, you make it so easy to set up the dating game so much easier. Because think about if you have your confidence. Think about if you worked on your social skills. Think about if you worked on, like, maybe if you're anxious and then your nervousness leads to certain body languages, maybe leads you to over talking or shutting down. Like, whatever it is that's happening, these are things that you're working on. Your foundation can sometimes look a little bit different, but there's basics always. And I'm just trying to say, wherever you are starting, you have to keep building. Sometimes, yes, some fellas can be building on this area that might be more important and might not work on this area that he needs to. And that's what will catch up to him, because he might meet a woman that needs, oh, I need this type of guy. And whatever that type of guy may be, you haven't worked on this area, but you have this area that you know that most women go for. And so this is where I say you got to work on yourself as a whole well-rounded guy. Don't worry about this woman that is not well-rounded. You don't have to put up with that woman. We got so many women out here in the world, so don't settle. We know that for sure, and that's always going to be a reminder I got to give y'all. All right, so I'm going to leave this video at this, y'all. I love y'all. Make sure you're taking care of yourself per usual. Don't forget to check out the links, get more content and explicit content that you will not get on here unless you're a YouTube member, okay? But you can get it for free on Patreon. I love y'all, and don't forget about my website. There's a lot on there that you'll see. Okay, take care. Bye, y'all.